Good afternoon, welcome to Winner Press News. This is Sebastian, and here's the breaking news. Attention, because one of the COVID-19 research institutes in Russia was bombarded a few minutes ago. Apparently there were many people injured and several dead. This might be the worst bombing against humanity this year. So far, authorities don't know who's responsible for this attack. First testimonies say two men were seen running away after two backpacks were thrown near the lab. Inner Press News in Moscow, Russia. Our correspondent Van Whale tells more about this.
Yes, Sebastian, everyone is shocked here in Russia because this horrifying situation left many injured that were going past the Chemical Research Institute of Epidemiology. This institute is here in Moscow, right in the capital of Russia, and it was one of the first ones in launching a preliminary COVID-19 vaccine. People say just a few minutes ago a loud explosion was here near downtown, but just a few blocks from the high school. Crossing the bridge that's next to the Central Park. The first testimonies claim that two men go out of the red car just in front of the Chemical Institute and drop two backpacks in front of it. I've been told they ran away, left in a car. Similarly, the car license plates were covered by the terrorists.
Duvan, were there any dead? What did the authorities say?
Sebastian, authorities are yet to investigate the case, so they've been silent so far. According to the Russian press, 14 people have been confirmed dead until now. Also, at the bombardment occurred just before my day. Staff and scientists were still in the building. People think authorities are going to decree a curfew tonight. Of course, we all are fighting.
Yeah, but I think at that moment the streets were as crowded as in the rest of the world. And the staff was still working since it wasn't lunchtime yet. So it seems like it was planned. They, whoever they were gonna do it, and they did it. Are there any alleged suspects?
Well, Sebastian, authorities have said we have to be very careful in the pointing out suspects. So we have to be as sensible as possible at this moment. Interpress News from Russia, back to the studio.
Elsewhere, the big reopening day of the New York Stock Exchange. Today, the New York Stock Exchange is partially open again. Let's take a closer look at it, but remember the trading floor was closed on March 23rd when two people tested positive for the virus. Our chief business and economics correspondent Alexandra is outside the New York Stock Exchange right now. So Alexandra, what led to this decision to reopen today?
Well, Sebastian, they had been following local health guidance and on the building of New York Stock Exchange. Just behind me, the building says, "Together we are strong." The New York Stock Exchange will be reopening at 25% capacity on the floor meeting. Things might feel a little bit empty if you were to walk around there. Everybody who is in the building must sign a biosafety agreement and have a temperature check. They are only allowing employees for this time. Everybody in the building will be wearing a mask at all times, especially on that trading floor. Remember, Sebastian, this is where 9/11 hit. September 11 was just a few blocks away from here, at the Twin Towers, and now they are feeling cautiously optimistic there. Despite the probability of a new virus regrowth causing the closing of the facility of the New York Stock Exchange again.
Right, Alexandra, but are you saying it's possible that the New York Stock Exchange could ultimately close the floor again if there was another outbreak there in New York? It'd be surprising, but even more, it'd be challenging for all staff. I think we all are interested in knowing more. Alexandra, please.
Precisely, the manager of the New York Stock Exchange, John Reed, told us they are prepared to react to the conditions that we're living in at that time. So they will adjust the spectrum. They have shown that they can trade fully electronically as needed, and they have also clearly shown that they trade with a full service level, and that's the best result for investors.
And Alexandra, speaking of investors in this reopening, does it mean anything for the nest eggs, the stock market, your savings accounts, your investments? What will happen with this reopening?
Where ultimately Sebastian, the investor, had been performing electronically, they had been trading this entire time despite the fact of the New York Stock Exchange was closed. The markets open every day at 9:30 a.m. and close every day at 4 p.m. But ultimately, this is a good reminder in this moment in time if you had put $10,000 into the market. Run, Sebastian.
Yeah, Alexandra, those are very important words of advice to remember during these times. And I believe a thrilling feeling is gonna be felt from now on, at least for the people who are tired of COVID-19 mishaps. Alexandra, thank you so much. And now we'll check out the economic indicators with Victoria here in the studio.
Good morning. Today, Colombia received loans on behalf of large international investors for 2 billion Colombian pesos to finance the needs of the nation. Some experts say that this year the markets trust our country more compared to the last year. Even foreign investors have lent our country $16 billion, the highest figure recorded so far. The dollar rose. Tomorrow it will register a representative market rate of 3,146 Colombian pesos, and the market reference oil Brent fell approaching $61 per barrel. Continue with the news.
Alright, and now let's go over the weather forecast in Colombia. Next week, there will be some days hotter than today, so get ready for it. Chances are some plans that were made need to be changed. Laura will tell us more about that.
Thank you, Sebastian. This is the weather forecast for the next few days. Monday will be very cold. In fact, it will be the coldest day of the week. We'll see heavy showers in the north and in the center of the country, with possible fog and temperatures as low as 7 or 8 degrees Celsius. Monday night will be colder and rainier than the afternoon, so in this case you have to get home early. In the south, we are expecting dry spells with temperatures with a high of 12 degrees Celsius. The heavy showers might clear up across the country by the early evening, leaving settled weather and a few dark clouds. Tuesday starts off better with sunny spells. It will be as sunny in the north as in the center of Colombia. Temperatures will be higher than other days of the week, and there will be a lot of wind. But at night, temperatures might reach 20 degrees Celsius, and then a storm might be formed by the accumulated clouds in the south of Colombia in the late hours of Tuesday. Wednesday will be sunny once again with clear skies across the country. This day will be the hottest. You make plans for that days. Thursday and Friday's forecasts are going to be sunny, with less intensity than Wednesday, as there will be few clouds and a lot of wind. Looking ahead to the weekend, we are unfortunately expecting more heavy showers, so you'd better stay at home. But don't worry, those days will be less rainy than Monday. For now, be aware of climate changes and thus plan better your week with this information.
Thank you, Laura. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone, here's Laura, and today we are going to talk about something that has surprised many of us, Elliot Page. Although we knew him as Ellen Page, on Tuesday, December 1st, he announced that he is a transgender person. The actor, who was the star of the film Juno in 2008, made a posting on his social media and he wrote, "Hi friends, I want to share with you that I'm trans. My pronouns are he and they, and my name is Elliot. I feel so lucky to be writing this. I feel lucky to be here, to have a right at this place in my life." He also said, "I love that I'm trans, and I love that I'm a queer, and the more I hold myself close and fully embrace who I am, the more I dream, the more my heart grows, and the more I thrive." To all the people who deal with harassment, self-loathing, abuse, and violence every single day, I want to tell you that I see you, I love you, and I will do everything I can do to change this world for the better. The actor, who is married to choreographer Emma Purner, has been a leading advocate for LGBTQ rights, and Elliot Page's work on behalf of the LGBTQ community has been consistent and sustained from public support and concrete statements in his personal capacity to participation in numerous films focusing on human rights. Your announcement, Elliot, has triggered a hot wave of support. Today, here, we are happy and we are proud of Elliot for this news. Here we end with the show business. Thank you so much.
That was Inner Press News Midday Edition. We're gonna be back in our evening edition. Thanks for staying with us.
In Colombia, in late
Good afternoon and welcome to Inner Press News. This is Sebastian, and here
Sacha!
injured and several dead. Quítale.
This institute
Thank you, Sebastian. We are